Redditors with toddlers, what's the most recent illogical breakdown they've had? Not really a toddler at the time, but my kid had a full-blown tantrum, cried for like 3 hours, and was banging on stuff because it wasn't the weekend yet. And then when I told her that the weekend started the next day, she cried because she didn't want it to be the weekend yet. That's how I feel on Mondays at work. This morning, because I will not agree to paint our house purple. Last week, because she has a middle name. Edit. My wife just told me that during tonight's bedtime routine our daughter asked whether our dog has a middle name. My wife told her that she wasn't sure and that my daughter should ask me in the morning. Not sure what my answer should be. My best option may be to distract her by painting the house purple. Edit. Ask my daughter to guess the dog's middle name, and can you believe it, she got it on her first try. Our dog's middle name is T-Rex. I am now seriously considering paint our front door purple. I mean, why not? There must be some type of purple that parents and child will like. My 2-year-old son got very upset the other day because we wouldn't let him drive the car 200 miles home from holiday. It's only 3 hours. I bet he could do it in 2. She got put in timeout for hitting her baby sister. She did perfectly fine through the whole time, but when I told her she was all done, she collapsed on the ground crying. Wife, I want more timeout. Hit the sister again. My daughter went to the bathroom to pee and came out 30 seconds or so later crying. Why? She had been bored sitting on the toilet waiting for all the pee to come out, and it occurred to her that she had a whole life of being bored sitting on the toilet for 30-second increments while waiting for all the pee to come out. She needs a phone and a Reddit account ASAP. Said he didn't have legs and that his actual legs were his back legs and he had no front legs, so he couldn't walk down the stairs. Almost fainted laughing. We refer to my son's naps as rests, but sometimes we'll slip and call it a nap. On Easter, he got some bubbles as a gift and was saying how excited he was to play with them after his rest. He asked me if I wanted to play with them too, and I said yep, after your nap, and he lost his shit, crying and screaming about how he wanted to do it after his rest, not his nap. For an hour. Because I said nap instead of rest. He couldn't believe that Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph was ignoring him when he was trying to talk to Ralph through the TV. One of my friend's kids had a full-on meltdown because she hadn't eaten her ice cream yet. Not that she couldn't eat it. She could. It was right in front of her. It was her dessert. But the fact that she had to go through the process of eating the ice cream in order to get the end point of having eaten the ice cream and being happy seemed intolerable to her. Watching little humans come to grips with cause and effect is mind-blowing. My son loves dinosaurs. Talks about them all the time, watches nothing but dinosaur stuff on YouTube. Put a toy dinosaur in front of him, though, and he freaks the fuck out. He's a little over 2, and so I figured it was safe to show him my amiibo collection. He was amazed by Mario, Luigi, Peach, Pikachu, Donkey Kong. We get to Yoshi, and he becomes terrified, starts crying, tries to run away from Yoshi. With my son, everything is no. Want to go to bed? No. Want to eat a snack? No. Want to play with your trucks? No. So, bit of a fight to get him to do anything without intervention. It got to be so bad he'd say no to his own suggestion. Play trucks. Okay, let's play trucks. No. But you said play trucks. Yeah. Okay, let's play. No. Buddy, it was your idea. No. On and on it went. For an hour. Found my wife in the kitchen absolutely dying trying to keep it together. Edit. We do try the thing where we give him options, but it's still a lot of no's. He's either smarter than that trick or is just brute forcing his way past it. While my little brother had a full-on breakdown because he wanted to swing, we had a swing, it was in front of him. He wanted for it to swing only in one direction, as in only to be on one side of the swing when swinging, not going backwards. I had to explain to him it isn't possible, we can't do that. Edit. Thanks for the upvotes, didn't expect that lol. My kid had a crying fit because I pulled the dog food out of his mouth and told him he couldn't eat it. My niece is like 2 years old and I picked up in her little rocking horse thing and flew her around the room last weekend. She definitely enjoyed because she kept looking at me and yelling up. I made that horse fly around until my arms couldn't handle it anymore. Apparently she has been yelling up at all adults since I left, and then crying screaming when she doesn't get flown around. Sorry. He threw a toy car in my general direction and I took the car away and told him sternly that we don't throw our toys at people. He got upset and cried, as toddlers do. But he's a cuddly one, and when he's upset, he likes to be held. But I was the one who made him upset, so he didn't want me. But he was upset, and he wanted to be held, but didn't want to be held by me because I made him upset. But he was upset, edit, hey. My very first silver. Thank you. I pulled her chair out to enable her to get up to the table, too far, then she pulled off her own socks during her tantrum. Tantrum 2 ensues because my socks. My son tried to sneak a piece of chocolate and got busted and just screamed that was not part of my plan. Edit, wow, thank you so much for my very first medal ever, kind stranger. That was definitely not part of my plan, but I am very appreciative. My niece, known for being a perfect child, no disobedience, no temper tantrums, no crying fits of any sort, was having what could only be described as a perfect potty training experience. No accidents at all. It's all fitting as she is the daughter of my perfect sister. While helping my parents watch her one weekend, I heard this horrible shrieking from the bathroom, like a banshee's wail. I run to the other end of the house to find her on the toilet, crying giant tears and in a full panic. What's wrong, sweetie? I have to pee. Well, go ahead, you're on the potty. I can't. She's turning redder every second, and she's gritting her teeth. You can't? Does it hurt? No. I need to pee, but the poopy wants to come out first. She was having a meltdown because she needed to poop but wanted to only pee, then poop separately. Edit, the potty training toddler is almost 30 now. She's got a career, a home, and a therapist. My sister does too. Friends of mine have 2 toddlers, boy and a slightly younger girl. While on a car ride, the boy pretended he had a lollipop, yes, an imaginary lollipop, and refused to share it with his sister. It escalated to the point that the girl was bawling her eyes out, screaming for him to share this non-existent lollipop, and the mother screaming at the son to share the damn lollipop. Edit, woke up to this being my most upvoted comment and gold, was not expecting this at all. My toddler dropped her fry on the floor, so I picked it up and threw it away and went to hand her the container to get another out. Cue the screams. She runs over to the trash because it didn't matter that there was a whole container full of fries. She wanted that fry that had fallen on the floor. Our mower was serviced. The guy came and picked up the mower and was to drop it off afterwards. My son cried for 30 minutes solid, then off and on every 5 to 15 minutes until he dropped it back off. I tried explaining that he was only fixing the mower and would bring it right back to him. My sobbing almost 3-year-old would reply while wiping his tears, okay. I'm okay. It's okay. Wash, rinse, repeat for 2 hours. Holy shit. Totally forgot about this and came back to an inbox full and a gold. Thank you guys for taking joy in my son's heartbreak, lol. And thank you, kind stranger, for the gold. I've never had one before. We raise chickens in our backyard. My son loves going outside to feed and watch them. The other day he threw himself on the ground and cried for almost 30 minutes because I wouldn't let him ride a chicken. He only knew he could ride them because he's attempted and been successful before. This afternoon my kid had a huge strop because we didn't take him to America last Friday. He wanted to go to his America house. We obviously don't have a house in the USA, and we certainly can't time travel to last Friday and fly off to America randomly. Edit, thank you all for your kind American welcome for him. We went to Florida last year when he was very small, and he loved it so much and he does talk about it often. And thank you for all the karma. We have been wanting to do a snack exchange to the USA, but we didn't have the karma needed, so now we can, yay. Today before school, my daughter took her folder out of her book bag while we were waiting for her bus. I told her to put it back before her bus came, but she refused, so I put it back in her book bag just as her bus pulled up. Her tantrum was over 9,000. I had to carry her to her bus as she screamed through her tears, kicking my chest and trying to grab the doors as I carried her. I hate you. I want a new family. I hate you, I hate you. I thought it was pretty funny. God, teenagers can be so annoying. One threw a fit because the other flushed her own pee down the toilet, then a fight broke out over whose pee it really was and who should have flushed it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Watch our other Reddit's Read Out Loud videos now.